2 days ago was 10th of March, which of course is Mario Day, and we got a big announcement from Nintendo. It is confirmed that in 2026 we will be getting the Super Mario Bros. Movie 2. Or will we? Because throughout this entire presentation from Nintendo, they never did say the number 2, or even the word sequel. It's making me think this won't be called the Super Mario Bros. Movie 2, but possibly something else, and that actually Mario might not even be the main focus this time round. Let's get into it. But before we go any further, please make sure that you've clicked that red subscribe button down below and have your notifications turned on. So what is going on? Well, in the presentation, here's how they announced the new film.
新しいアニメ映画に取り組んでいます。
It's the word based here. Like, they don't say this is going to follow on from the last film, or is going to even be based off the foundations of that first film. Instead here, I think they're saying it's going to be based off the Super Mario world in the video games, which could literally mean anything. And they're also not just saying based off Super Mario, but the Super Mario world. It makes me think that this new film isn't going to look at Mario himself like the first film did. He'll still likely be the main character like he is in all of his mainline games, but will likely look at more of the world outside of the pipes and the Mushroom Kingdom that we know Mario from, and that will be the main focus. Maybe some of the spin-off games like Luigi's Ghost Mansion, Yoshi's Island, or Toad's Treasure Tracker, where Mario definitely isn't the main focus, and instead it looks at a different character as the main focus. With that, I think we're going to look more at the world of Mario, exploring more settings, like how we did with the Mushroom Kingdom and the Kong world in the first film. I think the most likely thing this will be is deserts and islands. Considering we got a post-credit scene revealing a Yoshi egg, I think it's very likely we'll be going to Yoshi's Island and meeting Yoshi, and he could be the main focus of the film. With that, we could visit deserts and see Daisy's land, and therefore see a romance between Luigi and Daisy, moving away from necessarily Peach and Mario. In the montage scene of the first film, we did see glimpses of both desert and Yoshi's Island, and so exploring those further would definitely be expanding the world. The other option is of course exploring the world to its absolute limits and looking at space with Super Mario Galaxy. We know Yoshi is prominent in the Super Mario Galaxy 2, and there was a huge emphasis on the Lumas and the other galaxies in the first film, so maybe looking at Rosalina and her observatory, and maybe she could be front and center instead of Mario. However, I'm not sure whether space is too far for the first sequel. Maybe space in the third film. I think they will eventually get to Rosalina, but that's very much jumping ahead. The fact is, in the post-credit scene, it looks at a Yoshi egg, and there are so many other characters on Earth that are still to be found before we go any further into space. I mean, we haven't even got Bowser Jr., Waluigi, and Wario, or the Koopalings yet, and like I said before, there's no Daisy. I mean, surely you have to introduce Daisy before you introduce Rosalina. And so I think the most logical option would be to explore the world locations like in a sort of Odyssey type of style, and hint again at the possibility of galaxies like the first one did, to eventually lead to a third movie that does look at the galaxies. Because in this announcement they also said,
世界をさらに広げて
like they just say world rather than universe. So I think it will be more likely worlds like the 2D games have, where you move from each world, and each 2D game has around 8 to 9 worlds, rather than exploring the greater extended universe. Again, I do think that will come, but not yet. And so I think by broadening this world, they will look at new and different characters and locations, with Mario not necessarily being the main focus, and also look at expanding his world through more information about his past and other characters' pasts, like Princess Peach, for example. But anyway, guys, that's the end of this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, make sure that you smash the like button down below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Guys, let me know down below in the comments, what do you think about this? Do you reckon that it will be called the Super Mario Bros. Movie 2, or do you reckon there'll be a different title instead of that? And do you reckon that Mario will be the main focus, or do you think there will be another character who takes on the main focus and we look more at their world instead? That's more to what I'm leaning toward because of the way they're phrasing this announcement. Let me know all your thoughts down below. And as always, we've been here on Gate of Theories. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Yeah,